I want to share my thoughts on this whole Saucy Santana versus Academics or DJ Academics versus Saucy or Sissy Santana. Uh, because no, first I like to read the story and see what's going on and kind of get the gist of what's happening. You know, when it first hits you, like, what? What's going on? What said what? He said what? She said what? And so I I read the stories and and for those of you who don't know the story, just go and hit on your social media website, your Facebook page, Instagram, or whatever, or just look it up. Beef between DJ Academics. He's a very popular uh, podcaster, hip hop podcaster. He talks about everything, but he gives his reviews on a lot of hip hop culture. And he has this multi-million dollar podcast deal. He was already popular on YouTube, but he got the podcast deal. And just like people like Cameron and Mace, they got a podcast deal. So a lot of these hip hop artists are coming to YouTube and they get podcast deals, which is cool. Just waiting for my chance. But I don't want to get a deal by Well, anyway, I'm not gonna go there. That's another YouTube discussion. Uh, so DJ Academic allegedly was giving some not so positive opinions about the music and the person and the image of Young Miami or the City Girls being from Florida. And then Sissy Santana or Saucy Santana, the big black gay man with the eyelashes and the BBL. He was, and for those of you who really don't know who he is, 'cause I know I'm probably talking to folks who don't know. He's one that was in that video when the Democratic Party hired these weirdos to try to shame black people into voting. The first thing they did was put strippers on there saying, "Get your booty to the polls." He wasn't in that video, but he was in the next video last year, I guess in 2020, when it says no, it was COVID. I'm sorry. I mean, the 19 squirt gun, the 19 squirt gun. He was in that. They hired him and that fat rapper by the name of Trina out of South Florida. She's about what? She's 53 or something. She's still trying to act like she's a city girl at 53. Pull over that ass too fat. I think right now, literally, stop rapping, Tina. Your ass is too fat. But anyway, she so he the one that was saying no fucking, no love, no he twerking and all this. It was really debaucherous and Sodom and Gomorrah in the video, in that commercial ad that was sponsored and promoted by the Democratic Party to shame black people into getting the 19 squirt gun. Got it? No fucking, no love. He ain't got no love. Something. I think it was on the Black app too. It was a whole lot of people with that weird. Wait a minute. The Democratic Party did the get your booty to the poll, and I think that Black app and all this was doing that foolishness. Juvenile was doing vax that ass up. It was ridiculous. These rappers are awful. And so I don't have a problem when somebody's talking crazy about them, because they deserve it. They're nothing but, they're modern day Sambos and bootlicks. These damn black rappers, they're awful, awful people. And for those of you who have your favorite ones, I'm probably talking about your favorite one, but not all, but most. 80% of them ain't worth the breath that comes out of a turtle's shell. But anyway, DJ Academic was, I guess, not saying anything favorable about Young Miami or the City Girls, and I guess Saucy Santana is friends with Young Miami or those City Girls, and he came out just going off on DJ Academics. Now, DJ Academics is not a stranger to being talk crazy to. A lot of people verbally want his head. A lot of people are upset with his commentary about their music or about them and all of that, right? If you're a public rap artist or R&B artist, DJ Academic's gonna, he's just got something to say. Hey, it is what it is, right? So, but Sissy Santana didn't particularly care for that. And so he went to talking crazy, cussing out DJ Academics, and allegedly, no, I guess DJ Academics went back to him, and so Sissy Santana basically told him, yeah, called him, cussed him out, and said, "I will grape you. That's what we do." Told him that he would grape him and do kind of violent things to him. And so the next thing I read was DJ Academics. He said, "I will grape you and have your ass crying," or something like that, right? Y'all go read the story. And DJ Academics, his first initial statement was like, "I'm not gonna go in on a gay guy because I don't want to be canceled for or being accused of being a homophobe and of homophobia." And he went on like that so he wouldn't get back with Sissy Santana for that reason. And then most recently, shout out to my man Bubble in Vegas. He sent me DJ Academics' response. And he was saying, he said, "I don't have a problem with homosexuals, but I will rip your head off. I will tear you down, rip you from limb to limb." It was, I wish it would have been something a little tougher than that, but it's DJ Academics. You can't expect, no, and he's not even a tough guy, he's not the dude. He talks stuff on the internet. It's like, and he's the same guy. I think if that was him, he was yelling at his girlfriend. I'm going by videos that I see on social media. He was yelling at his girlfriend, or she was yelling at him at a backstage of a concert a couple years ago or so, or maybe early this year or late last year. So he's out there in the hip hop sphere with the foolishness. But here's my thing. All right, so after that, of course, people who, I guess they into this kind of thing, they went to taking sides. And they started, teasing DJ Academics. Because again, he doesn't have a lot of fans, a lot of people who care for him. So automatically, if someone doesn't like you, they're going to join the enemy, or they're going to pick sides to try to, whatever it is, there's something that happens to you. If they don't like your opinions, they don't like your commentary, just whatever it is. Or it sounds like you going against the accepted norms. Well, they're going to dogpile on you. And that is what's been happening with DJ Academics, from all accounts that I've been reading and stuff, right? And so they're like, yeah, Sissy Santana punked DJ Academics, and DJ Academics was crying and all that kind of mess. And instead of addressing what Sissy Santana said, most folks began to dogpile on DJ Academics. Also, there's this, I don't know who this person is. My Song put out a tweet or an Instagram post saying that DJ Academics, I guess you backed up from Saucy Santana. You ain't have no smoke for him or whatever, but you're always disrespecting black women. Okay. And then I read where Queen Latifah got in on it. Now, she said, I guess reportedly, according to the reports on these hip hop mags or whatever story is broken, she said, well, I don't feel sorry for him, because he's always disrespecting black women on his thing. All right, okay. And so I was kind of disappointed to hear Queen Latifah come out and say anything, because y'all know Queen Latifah, she doesn't really say anything about anything. And so as I was having this discussion with my friend Mary Max, so shout out to my girl Janet, she posed a pretty good question. What is it that made Queen Latifah come out and say something about this? Because she doesn't. Queen Latifah stays away from politics. She doesn't say anything. And so I was kind of disappointed that she decided to rear her head from her lesbian lair. And by the way, there's no knock against her. We've all known that Queen Latifah was a lesbian, but we didn't care. It's like she's like the Luther Vandross of hip hop. We loved her product, we loved her image, so we didn't care what she did in her bedroom. So, and guess what? What I like about Queen Latifah, she never shoved it down our throat. She never flaunted her sexuality. She just, Queen Latifah just acted in her movies. She sang her songs. She acted on TV, and we appreciate her product. But It's like, dang, Queen, you shouldn't have got into this unless, as my friend Mary was like, it must be something personal between she and DJ Academics. You know, Queen Latifah even has a show now called The Equalizer. It's okay, but I prefer the original from the 80s. But you know, and just like new shows on TV, they got all the agendas all the way through it and stuff. So I've caught an episode here and there, but just never, I just never fully invested into it because I understand how TV works. That's why I only watch Ion TV. So I don't watch a lot of regular mainstream TV. I certainly don't watch a lot of streaming because it's always filled with those agendas. If y'all just fill in the blanks. So, when Queen Latifah came out with that and that other person, My Song or whatever that person is, I said, wait a minute now. Hold on a minute. Now, this is where I come in. How did this become a disrespect to black women? There's one thing about DJ Academics, if you kept up with them even just for a little while, just for one show, two shows, or maybe 3 video clips, you'll see that DJ Academics lets everybody have it. Everybody can get their smoke. But somehow they're trying to change it as if he needs to repent for his alleged attack on black women. But wait a minute, Queen Latifah. Wait a minute, My Song. Wait a minute, anybody else who feel like these people. DJ Academics talks about any rapper, any man or woman in hip hop. So how did y'all lift up black women out of this? I don't understand that. I don't understand. So put a pin in that. I put a post up on my Facebook page, Rico the Opinionist. I said, wow, DJ Academics, you afraid of being canceled for rightfully responding to a black gay man with a beard, eyelashes, and a BBL. But you're not afraid to be canceled for using the N-word all day long, every day, all day on your channel? See, that's where my issue is. Isn't it interesting? And y'all pay attention. How these black rappers and these hip hop artists, they holler N-word, which is a racist, hateful word that was attached to black people because of their race. As they were being discriminated against, as they were being murdered, water holes, sick dogs on, enslaved, just beaten down, humanely beaten down, especially when they're being hung from trees. Died, nigga. You can't sit here, nigga, discriminated against, all day long. But that word gets to flow. Even these so-called tough guy-ass black rappers, female and male, they can holler N-word all day long and they are not canceled. But these same black rappers are very careful not to disrespect the LGBT. Y'all gonna help me with this tonight, goddammit. I don't want to hear no excuses. What is it? Y'all made sexuality bigger than race, bigger than our humanity as a race. Y'all have allowed, and they don't disrespect Jews either. These same tough-ass black rappers, listen to me, talk about selling dope to black folks, killing other black men, opening black women's legs where they need to be sucking ding-ding and all this. All of this stuff. But they're very careful not to offend homosexuals and Jews. My God. Give me a minute. So that is my issue with DJ Academics and these other black rappers. Hell, you even got the biracial rappers with Jewish white mamas. What's his name? Cole. What's that? That Cole, he's biracial with a white parent. He don't ever disrespect white folks, but he uses the N-word a lot. That, of course, Drake with the Jewish white mama. He never disrespects Jews or white folks, but y'all allow Drake and J. Cole and Mulatto and Ice Spice and I don't know, Queen Maya. All these biracial rappers and R&B people use the N-word all day long when they got white mamas and white dads at home, but they never disrespect the white race. See, that's the problem I have with y'all. DJ Academics and this thing with Sissy Santana is bigger than what we're looking at. But we're not thinking deeply because some of us are so childlike in our intellect that we let just simple things throw us off. See, I pay attention. And so you got all these protected groups, quote unquote, homosexual, Jews now, and black women. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. Your hypocrisy is just awful. But due to the fact that most of you have signed off on being a separate group from black men, you're behaving accordingly, almost as if if you're not the white hand or white supremacy, a lot of you're definitely the wrists or the knees. Because I've never seen such foolishness, such blatant hypocrisy in my life. Now, again, DJ Academics talks about everybody. If you're a rapper, he goes in on your ass. He does. But I want Queen Latifah, this is my song, I want everybody to listen to this. Isn't it interesting that Queen Latifah and any other black woman guy who has something to say about this to try to change the narrative from what it actually is? It ain't got nothing to do with no black women. The narrative actually is, again, black people being pushed to the back for alternative groups. If it's not Jews, it's Asians, it's immigrants and migrants, homosexuals, now black women pushed to the back because they're a separate group politically, and hell, way stuff is going sexually too. So, because they do align themselves mainly with LGBT. Not all black women, but the most, and then the ones who are silent. So this is where I'm going. Rico, where you going? Isn't it interesting that Queen Latifah and my song and everybody else that had to try to deflect this conversation to an attack on him attacking black women while ignoring what he says about black men, because he rakes black men over the coal more so than women. But and so it's like the silence there, the silence from all these people when it comes to how these rappers, DJ Academics and other hip-hop podcasts, they holler the N-word all day long. They have nothing to say. And number two, I want Queen Latifah and these other black women who are accusing DJ Academics of doubting black women. How come y'all don't say anything to the fact that black women attack, brutalize, and down other black women more than anybody? So y'all gonna act like Sexy Red ain't real. The City Girls aren't real. Mulatto. What's that other little thing name? Ice Spice. Cardi B. No, even though she ain't black, but y'all love her as black females. And Nicki Minaj. Y'all don't have nothing to say about these ratchet women who make black women look horrendous in the world with their images and their foul language. Y'all don't have anything to say about that. I just find it amazing. I find it amazing that y'all turn a blind eye to that so you can hear whatever DJ Academic or anybody says about black women. I just find that amazing. How do y'all do that? Y'all ignore yourselves. You ignore your own self-destruction to attack someone else, accuse someone else of destroying you. How does that work in someone who's supposed to be sane? See, I can take this so-called attacking of black women seriously if black women called it out of each other. Don't try to attack black men. Instead, that black feminism or feminism across the board is foolishness. Y'all get what I'm saying? So, this thing about purposely ignoring what Saucy Santana said to Academics about graping him and doing all, so y'all don't think that's wrong with that either, huh, ladies? So that means y'all okay with a homosexual saying he's gonna violently sexually assault another man. Y'all okay with that? Because that's what I'm hearing. Nobody's attacked Sissy Santana for that violent threat, that gay bullying. Because that's what you would call it. Somebody, if a straight man said that about a gay person, y'all call it bullying and homophobia. So what do you call when a Sissy Santana bullies a straight man because he doesn't like his opinion of his female friend? What do y'all call it, you hypocrites? We can't continue to do this and then try to play victim. We can't continue to do this. Ladies, do y'all hear me? And anybody else that's a man that's siding with Sissy Santana, you got to be out your damn mind. That dude is out of order anyway. His credence and credibility is dead long time ago. You talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. You talking about someone who needs to repent. Oh, glory. Hallelujah. Get it together, Sissy Santana. You can't be out here attacking folks. And y'all can't be allowing these homosexuals who are out of line to be attacking people. And again, everyone has the right to exist, but we can't have this. You attack somebody in the worst way, and then they are held to a particular standard that you just ignore as it relates to how to purport themselves when it comes to your group. It doesn't work like that. You know, and that's how I think we should be looking at this. And again, how is it that DJ Academics, all these black rappers, all of these people who write these movies can holler N-word all day long, but as soon as you say something about, quote, black women or gay or homosexuals, all of a sudden it's time to rewrite the policies. It's time to remind them of anti-hate crime bills and everything else. That's the problem I have with it. Now, I don't know if this person's still in here. What's your name? He said, what are you talking about, bro? So, what's your name? King? King, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I know I rambled in the beginning, but you can fast forward through it once you listen to the playback, because I'm very calculated in what I'm saying. And so, I guess I don't really have a dog in this fight. I just try to observe and see how people respond to things that's so blatant. And I think that a lot of us don't know how to respond to things critically and analytically because we stopped reading, I think. And when year 2000 hit, I think black people stopped reading. We stopped paying attention to what was already out here for us to understand. Y'all know, we always talk about these scholars from the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s. These scholars who wrote these books that we just don't read anymore. We're always talking about homophobia. Shit, there's a bookophobia in the black community. And I can throw out all these titles. You know, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. What's up, Keelan? Dr. Francis Cress Welsing wrote the ISIS papers. Dr. Claude Anderson, Black Labor, White Wealth. You have Dr. Ben Yakahanan. You have Dr. John Henry Clark. You have Dr. Julia Hare. We have so many. Kaylin, what's up? We have so many African-centered scholars that gave us the blueprint of how to successfully survive in America and how to successfully interact with each other. But we stopped reading in 2000. And we sound like a bunch of people who don't read. I mean, a lot of stuff has been played on us. I'm so happy that I came up in the early 90s. I came up in the 90s. I went to a historically black college when blackness was at HBCUs. Blackness is not really at HBCUs anymore. What was this? Karen Lima said, name a car for an edit. I don't know what that is. Hi, Caitlin, whoever that is. And so, but anyway, I wanted to just share my thoughts on that, y'all. And y'all right, I'd like to hear what y'all have to say about it while I'm on here live. Let's see what this Keelan said. Dr. Francis said sagging would lead to the dresses, but damn, we got saucy. Yeah, Keelan. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing talked about the emasculation and destruction of black masculinity back in the late 70s, 80s, and 90s before she passed away. Then that little punk ass Mark Lamont Hill gonna try to disrespect her when she died. He didn't have no smoke for that lady when she was alive. And that's another YouTube. But you know, y'all pay attention, please, to the actual topic, to actual conversations being had. And again, I'll continue to challenge these punk-ass black rappers and these thought-ass black female rappers. You're not going to have me out here saying, you need to quit disrespecting black women. when I'm looking at black women not only disrespecting other people, but disrespecting other black women. Y'all got to be out y'all damn minds. Again, I came up in the 90s. You don't have to have come up in the 90s to understand the knowledge that was imposed upon us, or pressed upon us by the African Center scholars, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. You know, we had a list of scholars. I can keep going on, I'll go on and on. But however, if you like a copy of my book list, Rico's Black Book List, of a lot of African Center scholars, it's never too late to start reading. So when we see these conversations being had right before our eyes, we'll know how to properly break them down and pull the actual important pieces out of it. Got it? So just how can you hit me up? Yeah, leave me a message here, or leave me a message on my Rico the Opinionist page, or you can email me at, what is it? Rico in North Memphis at hotmail.com. Rico, RICO, INNORTHMEMPHIS. Making easy money, pimping, woo, in style. You hear me? Rico in North Memphis. Or you can hit your boy on the Cash App. That's what you can do. Don't email me, hit the Cash App, because I'm letting y'all have them for the $6. So don't email me, scratch that email. My Cash App is Rico, $Rico the Opinionist, OPINIONIST. If you'd like a copy of my black book list to get us into get us kind of like on the path of knowing how to dissect what these conversations are really about and be able to compare and contrast analytically and critically, hey, Steve Coakley, thank you. Steve Coakley, rest in power, Steve Coakley. Thank you, Keelan. Yeah, Steve Coakley, that man spent his whole life trying to warn us, educate us about the Boule and the black Greeks and their actual roles in society as being the black gatekeepers, the gatekeepers of black progress. Shout out to Steve Coakley, rest in peace. You know, and it kind of pissed me off that these scholars, men and women, black men and black women, wrote books, they did lectures, and a lot of them died in poverty trying to teach black folks. That's why a lot of black folks say, no, I don't want to talk to Negroes about nothing real, because they don't want to hear it. And we really got, now this was the 80s and the 90s, and black folks were more in tune because hip hop was more in tune. Okay, now. Hip hop mentioned these scholars and their names. Public Enemy, Diggable Planets, even X-Clan. But then when the hood rap started taking over, the hood rappers don't know nothing about these scholars. And if they did, they will not get paid to rap if they mention the scholars. The name of the game is to keep black people ignorant. And that whole myth or that joke that says, if you want to keep something from a black person, put it in a book. And we've allowed that to come into fruition. Now, I've given you an opportunity to get a full library of books that you can read and get caught up on how I think. See, I look at things for what they are, and I find it very interesting that the N-word can be said all day long, but you better not disrespect Jews and homosexuals. And now, due to the fact that I know that black women don't read, because the first thing they said is, well, you say, hold on one question. Keelan says, woke equals no radio play. Woke equals no radio play. Pretty much. You have to go to Pandora, go to the deepest parts of the internet to find rap music that actually educates. What a cool beat. So shout out to Keelan. Keelan, what you know about that, bro? And so you can have my book list. $, Cash App, Rico the Opinionist, PayPal, Rico the Opinionist. And please, when you send me your Cash App or your PayPal, give me an email address so I can email it to you. That's what this is about. Let me read some more comments here if they're still coming in. But other than that, y'all, I just want to share that. I know, and again, this is not a knock on Queen Latifah or this My Song. I don't know who that is. Or anybody else that went directly to pulling the black woman card out of this. When we know that man talks about everybody, but nobody has nothing to say when he's berating or disrespecting the black male rappers. Because I just find it amazing. That dude talks crazy about everybody. But Queen Latifah, this is my song person, want to challenge him. Well, you let him get away, but you don't. But you always berating black men. I mean, black women. I don't like that, sisters. Y'all gonna have to do better. Y'all stop allowing these people with these feminist and LGBT agendas to dictate how you think. We were here before the LGBT. We were here before feminists. We were black before everybody. We were with God before everybody. We're gonna have to start thinking like that. Get back to that thinking. I have a video here. This is for free. If y'all want to get back to your, as the brother said in Denzel Washington, the movie Great Debaters, if you want to go back, find and rescue your righteous mind. I have a video. If you got 1 hour and 56 minutes just chilling as you're working or going about your day, it's by Dr. Claude Anderson. The video is entitled Inappropriate Behavior by Dr. Claude Anderson. Inappropriate behavior. And by the way, Dr. Claude Anderson is still with us. He's speeding towards the age of 90. What he's like 85, 86 now. He's still trying to teach us, but we're still. And so, it's called Inappropriate Behavior, Dr. Claude Anderson. Inappropriate Behavior. And then there's another one, black folks. Black folks. He has another video I think it's equally important, if not more. It's called Exceptional People. Exceptional People by Dr. Claude Anderson. These are 2 YouTube videos. Take your time. You can thank me later. When you want to get out of this haze that we're in as black folks, get out of this haze, get at me. Get at those videos. Because see, we're gonna have to get it one way or another. We're going to have to get it. We can continue to get our ass spanked. Get our ass spanked and just made a fool of, made to look stupid all across all medias, be it social media, white-owned media, black media. We just look stupid because we're not thinking anymore. We're so debaucherous. Too many of us in our race in this country are so debaucherous. We're so Sodom and Gomorrah that our morality is almost like, having morality is like an insult. It's like an insult. Am I the best behaved human being on the planet in America, in Texas, in Tennessee? Of course not. But I'm certainly not among the worst either. Come on, somebody. Not at all. I just need us to get it together. Because we've gone too far and we've stayed too long in the foolishness. We can't even pick out a real argument of what's going on. That thing with DJ Academic and Sissy Santana has nothing to do with black women, Queen Latifah, my song, and anybody else. Nothing. It's hypocrisy to even bring that out. It's a contradiction to even try to pull that out of that debate. The debate is a homosexual violently threatened a straight man with sexual assault. And nobody's getting on Sissy Santana. And number 2, DJ Academics and other black rappers and R&B singers, they don't have a problem. They're not afraid of being canceled for using the N-word even in their dreams. They say the N-word. But they're wide awake to make sure they don't say anything against the LGBT or Jews.